Last week on MasterChef Australia.
We believe these three deserve a second chance.
Poe, Tom and Justine returned to the competition and helped cater for the Navy.
I'm so happy to be back.
Andre cooked off against the chef in black, Emmanuel Strawback, and we said goodbye to Tom.
I've actually attained what I wanted to from this competition.
Tonight, the beginning of the most important week yet.
Every win now is critical.
To start things off, it's a bigger mystery box and a bigger challenge.
Can't be that hard, can it?
Plus, Christmas arrives early as the chefs team up for the Invention test.
Whatever you cook has to capture that essence of Christmas.
If we don't get this right, we might as well give up.
There can only be one master chef, and they will get the chance to work in Australia's top restaurants, publish their own cookbook, and win $100,000.
It's 5:45 in the morning. Everyone's just starting to rise.
Get out of bed, Justine.
Get out of the bathroom. I'm waiting 5 hours every morning.
I woke up this morning a little bit nervous because it's getting towards the end, but as far as we know, mystery box and then invention test, so it's a very big day today.
We know we're getting closer to the end now, even though we've had a few extra people introduced back into the contest.
I feel really happy to be here. Wasn't expected to be asked back, and I don't want to stuff it up. I guess just going to do the... Damn it! I'm burning my toast. Every morning I burn my toast. Sorry, where were we?
It's my first week back in the house and it's my first mystery box challenge. I'm really excited, but feeling quite nervous actually. I've definitely got the butterflies.
And as the numbers dwindle, the pressure mounts, there's nowhere to hide, you've got to do really, really well or just face going home.
We walk into the kitchen this morning and something's a bit different.
Big boxes today.
It was quite a different mystery box and it's always a bit scary when that happens.
Hello everyone. Well, next week is the much anticipated finals week of MasterChef Australia. So your next test in the countdown to the finals week is the mystery box. And you must use whatever you see in that box to make a meal that will inspire the judges.
You know, winning this challenge is really important because it's going to give you an advantage for the invention test, and at this stage of the competition you need that.
I think every win now is critical.
Don't you love the Mystery Box Challenge? It's our favourite of the week.
The best meal in today's mystery box gets to have the advantage in the invention test and choose a core ingredient.
You can lift the lids on the mystery box now.
What the hell?
There's this contraption, and I'm not sure what it is.
There's a little bowl of intestines and this piece of machinery.
What's that? Sausages.
It's a sausage maker.
Yes, you're making sausages. What a fantastic surprise.
You are kidding. Are you serious? Making sausages, hey? They're gonna be hilarious. Do you know how to do this?
No. What a great opportunity. Today you get to create your own sausage, your own designer sausage. And to do so, you get to choose from these ingredients.
There's all different trays of different kinds of meat, plenty of fresh green ingredients and lots of sauces and condiments and all sorts of things.
Your brain should be flooding with ideas now. If it's not, you're in trouble.
Never done sausages before, ever. And I think you have to have a bit of a skill to do that. If the other contestants have done sausages before, they're going to be at a huge advantage.
Chris is smiling. I wonder whether he has the advantage.
I am familiar with how sausage making works and the kind of techniques you've got to employ. Last week I made duck neck sausages from part of my dream menu, the entree. Hopefully that'll make my run a little bit smoother.
For me, a sausage is all about simplicity. It's not about being ridiculous, quirky and eccentric. It's about having lots of flavour and, above all, it not being dry.
What we really want to see you do is take a home-style product like a sausage and restaurantize it. Make it look like something that you can put on the menu and that we'll enjoy.
The thought of making sausages didn't seem like a complex process to me. Stick some minced meat inside a bloody intestine. Can't be that hard, can it?
All that's left now is for you to select your ingredients.
That's a lot of pig.
Do you have Dijon mustard? Or just take that? Oh, vinegar.
You have 45 minutes to cook us beautiful sausages, and your time starts now.
We know all the rules, it's time to go. First, you put the meat and the fat through the mincer.
A meat mincer works very simply. I mean, it's just a spiral that pushes meat to a metal grill and just shoves the meat through there, which breaks it up into small pieces.
Then after that, you have to put your flavours through it at that stage. It's about getting it to the right texture and balancing the right flavours.
The sausage I'm making is a lamb sausage with pine nuts and feta cheese, rosemary, lemon, garlic and onion.
I think it's really important that you get the ratios right. If you have too much meat, it's going to be really dry. And if you have too much fat in it, it's going to be all gristly. So you want to make sure you got the right balance.
Justine, what sausage are you actually making?
I'm going to do just a Lyonnaise-style sausage, just pork, pistachios through it. I'm going to put some tarragon, which is just my twist, I guess.
I mean, it sounds quite rustic, homely, you know, country house. What are you worried about?
The flavour. That's all I care about, flavour at this stage.
Have you made it before?
Never.
I think this is a challenge I can win or come very close. I know my flavour combinations are good. It's going to be pork belly and duck. I'm going to flavour it with some different herbs, which are sage, thyme and rosemary. And I'm going to put some currant soaked in porter just to give it a little bit extra zing. I've got a pretty good idea for a presentation. I'm going to do it in a style of a ballwurst, right, the spiral. I think it's going to present
like an
better.
escargot.
Yeah.
Do you think it's an advantage by you having made sausages before?
Look, they're all about flavour, so could be anybody's game.
Good. All right, Chris, good luck.
All right.
Poe, so what sausage is it? Tell us what it is.
I decided to do a hybrid Chinese lapchongish sausage.
It's quite sweet.
Quite sweet?
Yeah, so I'm gonna, I really need to get that meat in here curing with lots of sugar, honey, and lots of salt as well, and garlic. And then I'm gonna serve it up with boiled eggs and sugared ginger.
What are you worried about?
Everything.
Everything, as usual.
Yes.
Right, we best leave you to it before we distract you anymore.
Yes.
And let's hope you finish in time.
And welcome back.
Thank you. Could be for a very short amount of time.
Remember, you're racing the clock, guys. It's going to take 10 minutes or so to cook your sausages. So if you don't put your foot on the accelerator, you're not going to be ready in time.
Put it into the casing, you basically push the mince straight back through the same thing, but you put a nozzle attachment on, thread the casing onto it, and then the casing comes off with the mince. It sounds simple, but it's a little tricky.
The sausage casing is, I think, intestine of some description.
You know, the intestine, it's not the most pleasant thing to handle. It's quite slimy.
Sorry, mate.
It's really, really gross.
Just the thought of it goes, ugh.
Well, I heard that it's good to just sort of blow the intestine out.
The first time I tried to put my mince into my sausage lining, it just didn't work.
Oh, fantastic.
You've got to make sure that you don't burst the intestine or else the sausage will go everywhere.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a challenge.
Guys, you need to move it. Between George and I, we're getting concerned that you are not going to finish in time.
Guys, your sausages should be sizzling by now. And be careful they don't explode in the pan. If your flame is too hot, they will explode.
I'd finished filling my first sausage, rolled it up, skewered it. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward.
And my sausages are on, my potatoes nearly ready, and the sauce is on. And I'm quite happy with the sausage at this stage. And then everything went wrong.
They both broke.
And then I had no sausages.
Look, 45 minutes to make sausages when you've never done them before is a hard call. In fact, I think it's virtually impossible, so I'm surprised that a lot of these stuffings, a lot of these fillings actually look quite good. I think the strongest person in the room is Chris. He spiralled the sausage and skewered it, which is really quite nice.
I think it looks fantastic. It's a great presentation. There's some good flavours happening too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Justine, she's doing something that's really, you know, it's country style, it's French, it's Lyonnaise, she's saying.
Yep. What about Julie?
It smells great. They're all great flavours.
And Poe, she said lapchong sausage.
If it's too sweet, that's going to be absolutely awful.
Yeah. Last cab on the rank is Sam.
My concern is you don't want to be biting into a sausage that's just full of fat.
Yeah.
It's not nice to eat.
You've got just under 5 minutes to go.
It's 5 minutes to go. I've browned the sausages, got them partly cooked and finishing in the oven because it actually, at a gentler heat, lets them cook through without burning the outside.
My sausage exploded in the oven. The good thing about it seems to have sealed itself off at the end. It's not the most impressive looking sausage, that's for sure.
Got 1 minute to go, 1 minute.
If you haven't already, you should be thinking about putting these sausages on the plate.
I was just looking at the third sausage and I knew I couldn't serve it. It wasn't going to be cooked enough on the plate. So I decided to just clean up the 2 sausages that did burst. I had to serve that. There was nothing else.
You've got 10 seconds to go. Come on, last little burst of energy. Let's get those sausages on the plate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Hands down. Step away from the bench.
Well done, guys.
Well
Great
done.
job.
Good
Well
job.
done.
I believe in myself. I believe in my sausage.
Each of you has had 45 minutes to come up with your own individual brand of sausage that will hopefully take the judges' breath away. That person will be given a major leg up in today's main challenge, the Invention test. Your judges will now taste your efforts and decide who has made the best impression.
First plate we'd like to taste belongs to Justine.
I keep thinking, you know, there's still hope. Hopefully they'll taste the flavour in the sausage. Hopefully it's good enough.
I did a sort of a Lyonnaise sausage, so with pistachios through it, used pork, potatoes and a mustard sauce.
When you say it's a Lyonnaise sausage, straight away, we're going to have something in our mind. You know, we're thinking about this sort of dense, you know, slightly chewy pork sausage. The flavour's okay. Is it Lyonnaise sausage? No, not even close.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great effort. 45 minutes to produce a sausage that you've never done before. Fantastic. So well done in that respect. But in terms of flavour, it lacks.
The comments weren't good. I don't think there's anything there to salvage me, to make me win this at all.
Andre, it's your time. Let's bring your plate up.
I applaud your inventiveness. Technique, lacking a little in terms of the texture of the sausage, but flavour's good and true.
Thank you.
Julie.
If you put that on as a special in your cafe, I guarantee you if you had 100 booked, you'd sell at least 30 to 40 portions of that. It would walk out the door. Well done, Julie. Good job.
Thanks, George.
Sam, would you like to bring your plate up for us to taste? Little sausage.
Yes, it is, Gary.
I think the amount of fat was half the problem. You got too much. And to be honest, it's bled out into the pan, and I can't taste anything on that.
Okay.
Good try though, Sam.
It's my time to take my plate up for judging, and I'm feeling very apprehensive, a bit sheepish, very scared of Matt in particular.
I think it looks fantastic. Looks really, really good. Love the idea of the egg and the ginger. I think it's brilliant. The sausage looks good. It's golden brown. Tastes sweet. It's porky, and there's nice big chunks of pork in there. So really good texture. Really, really nice.
That is a sausage. It's juicy, it's meaty, it's honey sweet, delicious to eat. What you want to see? Well done.
Wow. Wow, a little round of applause for Poe.
Everyone said that it plated really well and tasted good as well. So yeah, I was pretty pleased.
Chris, you're lucky last.
I'm really happy with the way it all looks. I think the flavour's great. Love the condiments. I think the presentation's pretty unique compared to what I can see to the others, so should do well.
Impeccable presentation. The challenge for me is the texture of that sausage, which doesn't have that kind of juicy fattiness, meatiness, chunkiness. It's a little bit too light, a little bit too fluffy.
That was very, very disappointing because I should have actually nailed this one.
Time to reveal the winner of today's sausage mystery box.
There are a couple in the top 3, I would say, and difficult to make a choice, but in the end there was one standout. And the standout sausage for today, Poe.
Yeah.
Well done, Poe. Well done.
When I'm announced as the winner, I'm pretty happy.
Well, the polar coaster's back. You're up the top of there, you're up like this. Do not end up down there next, all right? That's your job.
The polar coaster is back, which is actually quite accurate because I am a very erratic performer, but I'm glad that I've come back with a bit of a bang.
Congratulations, Poe, that was really well done. But your performance today has earned you not 1, but 2 advantages in today's invention test. Number 1, you get to go into the pantry first and choose the core ingredients that everyone must use. And secondly, I can reveal to you today that you'll be performing in pairs. And Poe, you've earned the right to choose those pairs.
Today, one pair will win and the other 2 pairs will go to elimination, so that's a really scary thought.
Before we pick the pairs, let me tell you about the rules for this week's invention test. The theme is Christmas in July.
Whatever you choose to put before us to be judged has to capture that essence of Christmas and also encapsulate the sort of warm, comforting food we all want to eat in the midst of winter.
Poe, as the winner of today's Mystery Box Challenge, you and your partner will go to the pantry first. In there, you'll be confronted with 3 pairs of core ingredients. You and your partner will get to choose which pair you and everyone else must use in the invention test. And then all of you will get to choose 20 additional ingredients to accompany your dish.
Poe, who do you choose to partner you in this invention test?
I think I'm going to pick Andre.
I don't want to go with Poe though. No, just I'm going to take...
Andre and I have 2 very different styles, but our philosophy about food is similar. So that's why I picked him as my partner.
Poe, who do you choose as your second team?
Justine and Julie.
Justine and Julie lost a challenge in Hong Kong, and so I thought that would be disastrous.
One of you will be going home.
Just because we failed last time doesn't mean we're going to fail again. We might win this one.
Chris and Sam, please take your place with the other 2 teams. Poe, the great news is you can take Andre into the pantry with you to choose your 2 core ingredients. Best of luck.
I think it's important when you choose the core ingredient in the invention test that you choose the core ingredient to your strength. You don't worry about other people because you can become unstuck like that.
Christmas in July. So what does that mean to you guys?
We don't really have turkeys at home. Yep. We do a lot of pasta dishes, vegetables.
Usually there's a few curry dishes, different curry dishes.
So we're going to have a Italian, Malay Christmas in July?
Italian.
Sounds great.
Let's reveal what's under the covers. Oh, Christmas ham and dry fruits.
Oh, I don't like that one.
salmon and chocolate. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's nice.
That's good. I like that one.
Rhubarb and turkey.
I love rhubarb. Love rhubarb.
Does it represent you two?
We could work on it.
Yeah, we could work on that.
Question is, how creative can you be with each pair of these ingredients? So, what's your decision?
Fish and chocolate.
Fish and chocolate?
Yeah. I think point of difference, we could do some really interesting things with the fish and the chocolate.
That's relevant to our Christmas.
Yeah.
What recipes are at the top of your head at the moment?
I'm going to revive the old fried meringue.
Do you remember that thing? It was like this
Success,
little
wasn't it?
shrivelly sort of flat thing,
Have
because
you
you deep fried
perfected
it.
Yes, I have.
So you've been cooking it at home?
Yeah.
So we're going to expect it nailed?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been waiting to pull out my failed meringue dish. I'm thinking this is a good opportunity to do it. Stuff it with chocolate, chestnut puree, bit of orange peel, yeah.
And Andre?
Atlantic salmon lasagna. It's relevant to who I am. It's served with a fresh, crisp fennel salad.
My only concern is the menu that you've told us is this Christmas in July. Andre Poe, your 5 minutes in the pantry starts now.
I'll get the eggs, Poe.
I've got it.
We've got eggs. What about flour?
Got it.
I felt confident that we were going to be able to pull this sort of slightly alternative Italian Christmas off.
Your time's up. Andre Poe, that's it.
Well, Poe, Andre, reveal what you chose.
You go first.
No, you go.
Chocolate.
And salmon.
Poe and Andre revealed that they've chosen the salmon and chocolate option. Very comfortable with chocolate, I can deal with that, but salmon, to me, that's not a cold weather dish.
We're at that stage in the competition where any little creative edge, any little creative inspiration you have, you need to put into those ingredients to create a gorgeous meal. If you don't, then 4 of you are going to face the pressure test and possible elimination.
Let's not forget, you've got an hour and a half to produce 2 courses. Bring us something that sings ho-ho.
Each team now has 2 minutes to choose an additional 20 ingredients. The first team to go into the pantry will be Sam and Chris.
Sam and I are really organised. We get in there, cross our list off, and get everything in time. Did you get enough butter for me as well?
I got crap loads of it.
Justine and Julie, your time starts now.
I have been eliminated before. I'm a little bit scarred from that time, so I never want to be overly confident, but we're going to try our best, and I really want to win this with Julie, just to make up from last time because it just felt so horrible.
Justine, Julie, your time's up. So don't forget, you've got to give us a gorgeous Christmas theme. Christmas in July. You are the top 6 amateur cooks in this country, so it better be good.
You have an hour and a half, and your time starts now. So, what's cooking?
It's Atlantic salmon lasagna. The salmon will be broken down and mixed through a sauce that will be baked with celery, onion and carrot. It's just a nice little elegant, tasty, hearty lasagna.
You know what worries me is this meringue dessert that you're doing, because last time you did it was a disaster.
Yes.
It turned out like this little wrinkly balloon. It was horrible.
Oh no, oh Poe.
What's going to make it different this time?
No sugar whatsoever in the meringue.
No sugar?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's 8 egg whites to half a cup of corn flour and half a cup of flour, so it's quite a lot. And the mixture is actually quite floppy.
All right, interesting.
Confident?
Yeah, I feel good about it. Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Get into it. Julie, Justine, you're going to be able to stop for a minute. Tell us what you're doing.
We're starting with a main of salmon, so we're going to cook him in the oven.
Whole?
Whole.
Yep.
We're going to do that with a nice rich cream sauce.
And dessert?
Nice and rich. Dessert's going to be a soft chocolate pudding.
Yep.
Nice and soft in the middle, some chocolate-coated nuts and a creme anglaise.
How good is that?
Chris, Sam. Whoa, it smells really boozy around here. It's
Chocolate and booze.
Have you used half of that bottle
Sam and I just love boozy kind of desserts, and Christmas is all about having a great time with friends and family, so I think it's appropriate in this circumstance.
What are you cooking?
Chocolate pudding with instead of chocolate icing, I'm also going to do an eggnog custard with it. Right. And then for the main course, we're going to do a whole salmon.
You've cooked a whole salmon before. I think when we cooked for Curtis Stone, you took responsibility for that and you overcooked it.
We won't make the same mistake twice. 20 minutes are down already.
I'm going to, yeah, it's all right. I'm going to stick these in the freezer up.
This is a little experiment. I've never tried this before. I'm just coating these insides of these moulds in chocolate, setting it in the freezer. And the theory is slide them out, pop them on dessert, and have a really nice presentation.
Let's pop him in.
The concern is the fish, of course. It is so huge, and if it's not cooked, it's not going to come off the bone.
It's about 25 minutes per kilo, and so we decide we're going to cook it for between 50 minutes, an hour.
Into bed.
Half an hour has elapsed already. You have 1 hour to go.
No problem.
Seems like a long time, but as we all know, it isn't.
I got the dill, I got the lemon. We've pretty much got our dessert nailed. Now we've just got to prep the salmon so we can wrap it in foil. We need to get it in the oven in about 10 minutes, so it's got time to cook.
Look, it's a little bit upsetting when you know that the team behind you is doing a whole baked salmon and a pudding, and they're very similar to ours, and to be honest, you just know that that's extra competition.
We put the fish in with 45 minutes to go. We had to kind of pry it into the oven on an angle because the fish was too big for the domestic oven, and I'd hate to cut up a fish like that. So it was kind of a bit of a, you know, Houdini act to get it in there.
It's meant to look like a snow-capped mountain, my pudding, so I put white chocolate over the back of a mould. I am also coating some almonds with 3 different kinds of chocolate to make a little tower on top of the pudding.
So I make 2 test puddings.
These won't work. They were in there for 8 minutes.
The first one that I actually take out collapses all over the bench.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't expect it to actually work. We were just testing it for consistency. It'll be fine. I'm putting the real puddings into the oven, so 15 minutes I'll pull these out, and if these are no good, then we're in trouble.
I test fry a few little pieces of meringue, and when it's reached the right temperature, I then start the process, and that involves filling a ladle with the meringue mixture, just stuff it with chocolate, and then folding more mixture over it and lowering it into the oil so that it's as spherical as it can be. I was really just a little bit disappointed with the form of the meringue. They were quite big, so they looked a little bit clumsy and not what I intended at all.
Yeah, I'll just keep making them basically till I get a few that are good.
30 minutes to go.
You've come so far. Come on, you need to dig deep and bring us some beautiful food.
So, George, how do you think they're going? Let's start with Andre and Pope.
Yeah, look, you know, my concerns are the lasagna dish seems quite insipid in colour.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's Christmas time. We want singing, we want happiness, we want laughter. Hopefully he can deliver something that's got a little bit of colour.
And Poe's little meringue that she tried to do before, actually, it'll be interesting to see whether or not it works this time, because it failed dismally. She says she's practised, so let's see if she can pull this thing off.
Hopefully she can.
Justine and Julie. Look, I mean, at this stage of the competition, do you think doing a whole fish is good enough? Do you think it's going to impress us?
Unless it's spot on and there's amazing flavour there and it looks beautiful on the platter, which I think these girls can pull off.
And Sam and Chris, very together. It smells Christmassy over there.
It smells beautiful. I love how they're both working together.
That's good. That's kitchen. That's commercial kitchen. And we like to see it.
Yeah, I've left the assembly of the lasagna quite late. I'm not feeling good about it.
Hey, you're coming down to the wire on this, maybe. Have you cooked the pasta?
No, that's because I'm putting a bit of water in with this, so it should soak up.
You've got to get it in, mate, because how long is the pasta going to take?
It will literally be 5, 6, 7 minutes to warm through.
I'm thinking I've still got to put this lasagna together and then bake it.
You've got less than 10 minutes to go, guys. So you're getting down to the wire once again. You need to be at the closing stages of putting your dishes together.
And the pasta sheets, the poor little pasta sheets. Will they cook in time?
It's not budging.
The fish has been in the oven for quite a while now, and it's just not looking like it's cooking.
Still very rare.
Okay, well, let's get him back in.
Yeah, we're worried. It's the centrepiece of the whole Christmas feast. If the fish isn't cooked, it's going to be a huge disaster.
Watch out, watch out. Come on, fishy.
Take my fondants out of the oven, put them on the bench and take the first one out. They look a little bit flat, to be honest, but luckily we've got those chocolate cases to cover them up.
You have 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute.
Oh, my Lord.
So you need to be plating up. If you're not plating up, you're in trouble.
Hey, how we going?
Before I know it, I'm taking the lasagna out. I know it's still raw. I know the sheets are still raw.
It's time to take our fish out of the oven, open up the layout file.
It smells good. It smells really good.
It looks magnificent, smells fantastic, all the flavours work really well.
Oh.
The fish lands on the plate with about 30 seconds to go.
Okay, I need those juices quick.
Put the chestnuts on.
I think it plates up really nicely, the potato salad looks good, we've got our mustard dressing. I think it's all good.
Deep down, I know that isn't bad lasagna, and the judges are not going to like it.
Time's up. Merry Christmas.
Contestants, you've just created a 2-course Christmas in July meal using chocolate and salmon as your core ingredients. The judges will now taste your offerings.
The first Christmas in July that we'd like to experience belongs to Justine and Julie.
It's our turn to take our dishes up to the judges for tasting, and I'm really nervous. I'm thinking, please God, this fish has to be cooked perfect.
It's a whole baked salmon with braised fennel and chestnuts and a tarragon cream sauce, and a warm chocolate cake with creme anglaise and chocolate-coated almonds.
OK, we'll try the salmon first. Yeah. It looks beautiful. It's nice and juicy. Down to, ooh, it looks very juicy, actually. And what should happen is it should just push off the bone, which it does. Nicely cooked. Nicely cooked. Now the sauce. Let's try. That salmon's really beautifully cooked. It's, you know, you're pleased, aren't you? Yeah. Now I've taken that first fillet off. The top fillet, you can see it's beautifully pink all the way through. It's rested. It's exactly how you want a piece of salmon cooked. The sauce is nice and creamy. Fennel's lovely and sweet. So good job, nice flavours, and I'll be happy to eat that.
Thanks, Gary.
You know, the difficulty in baking a whole fish like that is getting it cooked perfectly, and you've done that. So that's a fantastic effort. Well done.
When he says it's cooked perfectly, I'm like, thank God, thank you.
Light cake, not too dominant with a strong chocolate flavour. But for me, not really Christmas. Where's the eggnog flavour in the custard? Where's that little spoonful of whiskey or brandy that flambés over the top of the pudding when you serve it? The cake by itself is just a chocolate cake, and Christmas is more than just a chocolate cake.
The first course got such great comments, and my course didn't get such great comments, and I think I've done it to Justine again. I've put her in the pressure test again.
I'm feeling very nervous hearing the news how well Justine and Julie's fish has come out, because it's a very hard thing to do. I've screwed it up in the past. So yeah, I'm having that sinking feeling right now. We have a whole roasted salmon with fennel and dill with a warm potato salad, and we have a chocolate fondant with a very boozy eggnog.
It's a little bit raw. on the bone.
Just how I like it.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Are you?
I'd happily eat that.
I'm not. I'm not.
It's raw, there's no doubt about it. The potatoes, they don't do it for me. Is it Christmas in July? I don't know, I'm disappointed. It's not cooked. So, no, it ain't Christmas in July, because it needs to be cooked.
Chris and I, all that we can really think about is throwing that salmon in the bin and forgetting about it.
Great idea. Love the sleeve, love the cracking through the chocolate, love that flavour of the eggnog. Loads to like about that pudding. And you've managed to do what Justine and Julie didn't do, which is to bring us a pudding that automatically screams Christmas in a loud voice.
The judges made some fantastic comments about our dessert. They love the concept and they really like the eggnog. I honestly don't think it's enough to save raw fish, though.
Oh, dear.
I'm praying that somehow my dessert will get us through because the pasta really wasn't cooked. We kind of knew it was going to be a bit of a disaster.
Baked salmon lasagna, crispy skin on the top, and rocket and fennel salad.
Deep-fried meringue stuffed with chocolate, chestnut puree and orange zest, served with a chopped chip cream.
Pasta's not cooked. Stretchy, I don't have to eat it to know that, you know. It wasn't in the oven for long enough. Not very impressed, to be honest. Don't like it. Okay. Tastes like baby food with overcooked salmon folded through it.
I still haven't learnt the art of simplicity, and sometimes I'm biting off too much.
I love the sound of all that sugar cracking as you get into it. Sounds good. Oh. The last time you did it was a completely different recipe. You had absolutely no idea what you were doing, did you? On the last one. But this one, you've nailed it. This is fantastic. I love it. That's got the lightest texture to it. It's like a donut, but it's so light. That's got to be my favourite dish of today.
Thank you.
This is innovative, it's new to me, it'd be new for a lot of chefs that I know. It's delicious. Congratulations.
Thank you, George.
That's Christmas for me. I can't think of a way of improving it.
And I was kind of really hoping that maybe they could see past Andre's failure with his dish. So I'm thinking we had a bad dish, but we had a really good dish. So maybe that'll pull us through. I don't know.
Well, the judges have a pretty hard decision to make. They now must decide which is the winning duo. Unfortunately, they will also be deciding on the bottom two teams who will be facing tomorrow's pressure test, where one of those four individuals will be eliminated.
I feel quite down, actually, because I think that Poe and Andre are going to win. I've just got to concentrate now and get myself into the right frame of mind for the pressure test tomorrow.
I will now call out some names. If you hear yours, please step forward. Justine.
Here we go. Bottom. We're going to the bottom.
Julie. Congratulations. You're our winning team today.
I couldn't control myself because I was so excited, because it was this amazing relief to have won and not have to go to that horrible pressure test.
Hugely relieved, like so relieved, like more relieved than I've been in a long, long time. No pressure test tomorrow.
Sam and I are equally responsible for what happened. We attacked each dish together, we shared everything. We just let it kind of rumble along, and we're going to suffer the consequences.
Knowing that Andre's dish didn't hit the mark at all, and knowing that mine was sort of kind of best dish for the day, it's no use crying over spilt milk. You just have to power on and not think about the past too much.
Congratulations. We were quite tough on your dessert, Julie, but there wasn't a lot wrong with it. A couple of touches to make it more Christmassy, and we would have adored it. Justine, a whole salmon like that, cooked that well, with some great accompaniments. Gary, you could see his little heart went like that, a little skip when he tried it. He's a hard man to impress, and you really impressed him, so congratulations.
Justine, Julie, I'm so excited for the both of you. That salmon is not an easy thing to cook, and you guys cooked it to perfection today, so you should be very proud of yourselves. We're proud of you. You both deserve it. Well done. Thank you.
Now, because you won today, then one of you is going to have the opportunity to face off against a celebrity chef, and the last time in this competition. Now, the tough decision now is that you two have to decide who's going to face off against that celebrity chef.
I want Julie, I want you to do it.
I know, and I think that you've already given one away.
I think for her to say to me, I want you to do it, is an incredibly generous gesture.
It's not an obvious choice because we've both done it.
So I don't think it would be fair to just say, oh, well, beauty, thanks, Juzzy, I'll take it.
So, Gary, have you got a coin?
Why? We need to flip?
We're going to flip.
And Julie insists that we have to toss a coin.
Ready?
OK, heads. For Justine to cook off.
Tails.
Go on, Julie. Yes. That worked out.
OK.
So, Julie, you're going to face off against our choice of celebrity chef.
OK.
It's only a week till the finals. If I can skip the off-site challenge and be in the finals and have a couple of days at home, R&R, I would be very, very happy with that.
Congratulations, Julie. Congratulations, Justine. Fabulous. I think you can go home and have a well-deserved rest. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank
Well
you
done.
very much. Leaving the kitchen, I'm elated, I'm thrilled, I'm in a little bit of shock, but most of all, I'm relieved that I haven't hauled Justine into a pressure test. And I don't have to face it myself. Excellent.
Tomorrow, the four of you will face the pressure test as individuals. As a result of that test, one of you will be eliminated.
Oh, I didn't want to be in an elimination test this week, I really didn't. I'm pretty much over being in elimination challenges, to be perfectly honest.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
I've had all the chances that I'm going to get in this competition.
Sam, Chris, Poe and Andre face the pressure test.
This is probably the hardest recipe ever attempted in the MasterChef kitchen.
The chefs put it all on the line as they battle to stay in the competition.
You'll have to drag me kicking and screaming if I mess this up.
And later this week, Julie faces celebrity chef Adrian Richardson.
He's a man obsessed with the beast.
Plus, our chefs are out to impress as they cook for 4 legends of the culinary world.
This is going to be a very special dinner party.
I'm scared. You better be scared. Move your arms.